Hello, my divinities. Welcome, welcome. While I'm cleansing the air real quick, I want to go over a few things. First of all, thank you so much to everybody who is on Patreon or a subscriber on Facebook. I appreciate you guys so much. You truly are what allows me to live life the way I desire to. So, doing what I love. Thank you so much for your support. You guys are the OGs. As for everyone who does what they can to support, like I've had some people say, I just can't sign on to Patreon right now, and that's okay. Those of you who still take the time to comment, share, react, all of those things also show support and help me. So thank you so much. I want to remind you guys that the biggest way to support me is by subscribing. But you can also send stars on the reels and posts on Facebook, on all three platforms, Patreon, YouTube, and Facebook. You can help me by commenting, reacting, sharing the posts that are public. I would appreciate that so much. And I want to remind you guys that I've created a new tier on Patreon, which is for the shadow work. It's really, I want to explain a little bit about it because it's $118.88. But I include 4 a month, 4 shadow work sessions. And the one-on-one sessions for me are usually $125 per session, USD, $125 per session. So $118.88 for 4 sessions. Plus, I'm going to be uploading all the tarot readings that are on the other tiers. I'm also going to be uploading tarot classes and additional content. I think that that's way more than fair. So just so you know why the price is the way it is charging even less than what one shadow work session should be for 4 plus additional content. Okay. So that being said, let's get into today's collective message. What is the collective message for today? We start with number 39. Ooh. Okay, 50, 30, and 6. Wow. Okay, so when it comes out like that, I know it's going to be a pretty complex story that has multiple facets to it. So let's start with number 6. This one is My Chang, Beautiful Friendship. My Chang is known as one of the famous 3 female poets of Joseon, with Heo Nansolyon and Hwang Jinyi. Among those who fell in love with her outstanding literary abilities was Heo Gyun, who was famous as a writer of Tale of Hong Gildong. Heo Gyun visited Hyeoyado, where Mai Chang lived, to collect taxes at that time and met her. They continued their friendship for a long time, building a friendship as a poet rather than a relationship between the general gentry and Gisaeng. Heo Gyun later became very sad to hear of Mai Chang's death and wrote a poem titled Mourn the Death of Geryang, which is another meaning of Mai Chang. On the other hand, looking at the poems of Mai Chang left as the collections of her writings, there are many works that show how much she had waited for her loved one in a passive manner. So, how this applies. There are many forms of love. Relationships that recognize and understand each other's artistic perspectives and standards can also exist between men and women. A very high-dimensional connection of minds, not of general love, can be a factor in taking human life to the next level, choosing friendship over love, and Heo Gyun lived a turbulent life as a civil official and politician of the mid-Joseon period and came to a tragic end. Wow. Okay. Let's read number 39. Wolhamai, too short honor. Wolhamai was a Gisaeng from Wonju who belonged to Gyeongcheong, a group of thousands of Gisaengs who stayed in the palace by Yongsangun. She was said to have been talented in music, as she was previously selected as a Gisaeng who takes charge of dancing and singing of Jangkangwon in royal court, and she was especially good at joking. According to the annals of the Joseon dynasty, Yongsangun especially cherished the Hyungchong, who played pretending the male shaman game well. Therefore, we can suppose that Wilhamay, who was especially favored, also played that game nicely. But suddenly she got sick and died in vain at an early age. She was loved by the king, but she did not have time to enjoy the wealth and honor. After Welhamay died of illness, Yong Sangun wrote a poem to mourn her. Yong Sangun, who had lost his mother during his childhood, seemed to have felt the maternal affection from her because Welhamay was older than him. How this applies: no matter how evil a tyrant is, there seems to be a woman who deserves his favor. That relationship is done by means of destiny, not by force. She had outstanding talent among many women, so she was like the sun among inferior lights. However, it is regrettable that she lived too short. Rather than competing with beauty, it is advantageous to be unique and to read the other's mind well. It is said that Yong Sangung, an unprecedented tyrant, had an eye for artists. How lovely, I guess. Number 50. Iljim, a matching pair. Baiko Lim Jae was the greatest playboy and artistic poet of the time. One day he heard rumors that Gisaeng Iljim, who is famous for being a peerless beauty in Pyongyang, is very decisive and does not glance at most of the men. Baiko decided to win the heart of Iljim and disguised himself as a fish seller and visited her house. Iljim accepted the fish seller's request to let him stay in the shed for a night because it was late. As the night fell, Iljim, who was playing gumongo, heard the tungso coming out of the shed. Just to be sure, she played a more decent song. The chords of tungso came out as if someone was responding. Then Iljim wrote and recited a poem. Baiko replied, and they became lovers. Everyone imagines their ideal partner, but it is not easy to take an action when he or she actually appears. Especially if the man was a shabby fish seller, it would be much harder to go well with the fragrant house of Gisaeng. But she was a woman who could see the inside rather than the outside of a man. The wisdom to recognize one's soulmate. The Gisaengs were not just the people who sold laughter and enjoyment, but confident and high-quality artists. Okay, and then number 30. Guanhonjang, futile waiting. A Gisaeng, Guanhonjang, became the concubine of her lover Hanju and gave birth to a daughter. But during the massacre of scholars in 1545, her husband went into exile and she remained alone. A lot of men who fell in love with her beautiful appearance courted her, but she refused every proposal of marriage. However, her life became more and more difficult as she raised her old mother, so she accepted the proposal of Ichonggun, the son of King Songjong, after making a promise that she would leave when her first husband Hanju gets free. Huang Hongjiang lived with Ichonggun for more than 20 years, and she had several children with him. When she heard news that Hanju would come back from exile, Guanhonjang even abandoned all the rest of her children and tried to return to Hanju only with the first daughter. Guanhonjang ordered her first daughter to greet Hanju on his way of returning home, but he coldly rejected Guanhonjang and his daughter, saying, "How can I take up the royal's concubine?" Eventually, Guanhonjang had no choice but to go back to Ichonggun. Nothing is more fruitless than a useless vow. Struggling to keep a promise with an old lover. What for? It's the best plan to cleanly let a broken relationship flow. It is a pity that she could not move forward because she was tied to the past. This situation was because of the strong will of serving only one husband. The lack of sense of reality makes it impossible to look around the given circumstances. Ichonggun prepared furnishings for marriage with great care when Guanhonjang's first daughter, who was the child of Hanju, got married. So this is quite an array of stories because we've got, in this one, somebody who was a tyrant, but who had an eye for artists and could appreciate good artistry. And here we have someone who was a playboy, who pretended to be something else to be near the person that they wanted to be near, wanted to conquer. This says a short-lived romance. And then this says there's no point in waiting because it's not coming back. This also was a short-lived situation. So I feel like it's kind of, that's the way it presents itself to me. Like a masculine who is known for possibly being cruel, or it's tyrant. So maybe controlling, playboy-like, found someone unique that they had a unique connection with. But once it's over, it's over. It's not coming back. So let's see. I'm going to put them in the order that I see that it happened. Let's see if I'm right. How does this play out with today's collective message? We've got Ace of Candles, the Sun. Oh, Empress reversed. With the King of Candles. Knight of Gifts, Hanged Man. So we have this King of Wands who's possibly trying to approach this Empress, but she's showing up in a reverse. She could be the person that's waiting for someone from the past. She has the opportunity for a whole new start, because this King of Wands does make her happy. But she's showing up in reverse, which means that she's not opening up. She's reserving that. Let's see. Clarify Ace of Candles. Clarify the Ace of Candles. We've got Dagger. Fear, worries, tense situations. Carrot, opportunity or windfall. And Woman. See? Somebody here has a lot of worry, a lot of fear, a lot of tension, and there's an opportunity that is presenting itself to them. Vine, seek out information that will help you. Dragon, beware of self-delusion. And Bell, announcements. I'm telling you, the self-delusion is that this feminine is waiting for a specific person to come back, and they're not going to. In fact, there's been some announcement that if they look in the right places, they'll find that this is delusion. This person is not coming back. And they have the opportunity now to move forward. Let's see. Clarify the Sun. Boot. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Inkpot. Problems to be resolved. The Sun again. Happiness and well-being. And then we've got Rose. Romance is in the air. Shield. You need to defend yourself. And Hand. In need of help, assistance, and guidance. So this Empress, remember this story? She needed assistance. And there's somebody here extending a hand, willing to protect her, willing to guide and help her. But they also want to be romantically involved with her. And whoever this Empress is, she's like, no, I shall not. Sorry. I'm not trying to mock her. It's just a little silly because this person's putting in a lot of work. And she's over here, she's got problems she's got to deal with. And this person is like, I can help you, but they want to help as a husband, as a boyfriend, as a partner. And she's got to step out of the delusion to be able to accept that. Clarify the Empress reverse or Matrona reverse. Vase, secret admirer. Angel, spiritual guidance, protection from harm, and younger man. This could be the preview to today's collective story. Let's see. We've got chair empty, someone is leaving your life. Arrow, you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. And heart, love, deep affection, and caring. Yep. So this Empress had a connection with someone that was magical, is the way she feels. It was a very deep connection. It was a very deep bond. She wants to be loyal to that person, but that person is not coming back into her life. Although it's a commendable trait, you want to be loyal to people who are loyal to you. Otherwise, it would kind of not make sense. This person already left her life. And the universe is pointing her in the right direction of someone who cares about her and is willing to give her their heart, their affection, their care. With secret admirer here, this could mean a couple of things. Either it could mean that one, this King of Wands has always secretly admired this matrona. It could mean two, that she is still secretly admiring whoever left her life. But either way, she's got another chance. Let's see. Next row. Got the Three of Candles. Got the Eight of Good Cheer, the Moon, and the Ten of Swords. Ah, there he is. The Holly King, Nine of Good Cheer, Sinterklaas, which is the Hierophant, Wheel of the Year. Wow. So this is why it was such a powerful connection. This is the Emperor to her Empress. Now, she's sitting here willing to celebrate alone because she's waiting for this king. But this king might have gotten married elsewhere. They moved on. They made a different life of their own. So it would be kind of ridiculous that she keeps waiting for them. Draw a boundary. It's done. Contract has been signed. I'm telling you, I feel like this Holly King married someone else. Or they're committed to someone else. They're in a contract with someone else. And if they are, there's no business that this matrona has with this person. They're gone. They made a different choice. And still, here she sits, waiting for them. Feeling like eventually they'll walk away from that. They'll come to me. But when? How? Why? She doesn't know. And this is the universe saying, it's over, darling. It's been over. You just didn't want to recognize that. But it's been over. It just seems like such a waste, you know? Here she is. Look, it's the same person. She's sitting here devoted to them. Waiting in expectation, which is... Anyways, clarify Three of Wands. Tankard, celebration, fun, and enjoyment. With bread, period of prosperity and abundance, and jug, lighthearted, carefree time. What this Empress remembers about this Holly King was what a great bond they had. What a great, how much they enjoyed each other's company. How wonderful it felt to have them around. Like it was just this period of peace and like everything was just right in the world. Axe, forces working against you. Ring, a marriage will take place, either romantic or in business. Flag, do not be tempted to lower your standards. I mean, this is kind of self-explanatory, really, because the Empress would like to believe that because her and this Holly King had a great connection, that the universe must be working against them because they can't seem to get it together. Somehow, some way, this Holly King is with someone else, married. I told you, married. They're bound to someone else. So why would she degrade herself to wait for someone who has clearly chosen another person? This is a wake-up call. Stop it. This person is, whether they leave behind their other life or not, is irrelevant. Let them go. They're not coming back to you. Clarify Eight of Cups. Fair man, dealings a relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. Goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. And September, May. This could be the date of birth of either the fair man or the Holly King. The fair man could be the King of Wands that came out initially. Or it could be indicating dates where things shift for this storyline. Let's see. For the Eight of Cups, we've got, well, family wishes come true. Teardrops, great personal sorrow. Boat, money or property through inheritance, winning or windfall. And older man, dealings a relationship with an older man. So one of the reasons that this Empress could be like, oh, there's forces working against us, is because there could have been an authority figure that this Holly King respects, a father, an uncle, a brother, older brother. And maybe the family wished for this Holly King to marry someone else. And that's how they would get their inheritance, or that's how they would get a certain amount of property or money. And maybe the Holly King cried, maybe. But you know what? He still chose that. So it doesn't matter how many times the Empress sits here like, it was a trap. They still went for it. They still wanted that trap. So stop it, please. Let this person go. Let them. Remember, which one was it? This one. It said that this scholar that she had such a great bond with, he lived a very tumultuous life, and he had a tragic ending because of his career, because of what he was involved with. So it could be that they were just meant to meet, help each other experience, certain things, and then move on, because they're not meant to stay together. And I've said this before, and I'm going to remind you guys again, just because someone is an emperor doesn't mean they're your emperor. Clarify the moon. Okay, hold on. So we've got butterfly, a change for the better. Dog barking, advice from a friend, and apple, temptation will test you. So a change for the better. Yeah, this is like the preview or the prequel to the collective I did today. A change is happening. With the moon card here, what she doesn't see coming is that she's going to end up with someone else. She's going to fall in love with that King of Wands, possibly. And it's going to really put an end to the connection between her and this king. Someone new is entering your life. See? Beetle, good fortune. Lightning, control your anger or you will be sorry. Crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. And pale, time to get out of a situation. So it's almost like once this Empress does fall in love with someone else and she's finally happy, she makes a change for the better. She may even have a child, or she starts building something with this King of Wands. I think lightning doesn't talk about anger here. I think this is kind of like a Tower card. It surprises the Holly King. Like he expected her to always be waiting for him. Then he's like, you know what? I need to get out of here because my Empress is over there creating a whole family with someone else. It's a little late for that. Now they want to worry about it. It's over, boo-boo. Clarify Ten of Swords. Basket, recognition, reward for merit. Fan, romance, celebration, and party. Bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. Yeah. I feel like once she builds a life with someone else, then they take an interest in like, oh no, I don't want this to be over. Remember, this one didn't come back till Shuri had children, and 20 years later, they came back. Feathers, someone you know is undependable and insincere. Kangaroo, unsettled times, need to plan ahead. Angel, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. And Vase, secret admirer. Look, I'm only reading the story as I see it, okay? Some of you might not like it. Too bad. Start your own channel. I feel like this Holly King is coming forward because the Empress has received some sort of recognition, some reward for her merit, for what she's done. She's celebrating life right now. So then they want to fix the bridge that was burned between them two. But look, two-faced friend. I don't like that. They show up as someone that she can't trust. But they're coming forward because they're in unsettled times. They're going through rough times, possibly. And they feel like, this is my angel of protection. And guess what? Oh, yeah, I always had a thing for you. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's see. Last cards. Last two cards. Wheel of Fortune. Yep. Queen of Swords. With the Four of Candles. Mistletoe. Yes, yes, yes. Knight of Good Cheer. Four of... Okay. Good. Good, good, good. Good. Because just like in this story, she eventually goes back to, I think his name was Ichongun. This Empress, by the time she figures out what this person is up to, I think if you go watch the other collective, they become friends. But when she realizes that they want more, she's going to be like, no, that's a no. I have a family now. I made a choice, just like you made a choice. I'm with someone who loves me. I'm with someone who supports me. I've moved on. We both had moved on. So that's good. She's not following the example of this person here. Clarify the Wheel of the Year. Ooh. Ear. Good news. Okay. Hold on. One of these fell. I got it. Okay. So we've got wind chimes, peace and harmony, table, hard work ahead, frying pan, trouble, accusations, and career. So she moves forward, possibly because first it's good news to hear from this Holly King. She feels like, oh, we can finally be in peace and harmony. At some point she realizes, oh, wait a minute. There's trouble because these two, table and career, almost look alike. She may realize this person wants in on her career. They want in on, and I mentioned in the other collective that this made me think of the collective called Someone Unexpected. I think it's called Meeting Someone Unexpected, and there something about them creating an incredible impact, whatever. Which means her career just blossoms with this person that she married, that she got with. And now this person's coming back wanting in, which is why she's like, oh, wait, yeah, no, that's not how this is going to go. I have support. I have someone who loves me. Where were you? Clarify Queen of Canes. Let's see here. Yeah, see? Underneath the good news, bull, do not back down from opposition, show strength and fortitude. Because initially she is going to think, oh, what great news. I hear from a good friend from a long time ago, until she realizes, oh, wait, that's not why they're here. Gotcha. Then boundaries are drawn. Clarify Queen of Swords. Forest, muddled, unclear thinking. Oh, yes, indeed. Okay. Broken wishbone, wish will not be granted. Wealth and younger. Yep. This is the prequel to the other collective. So, this younger man, this Holly King, which I don't think that they are a Holly King because this isn't the behavior of an emperor. They're not very clear in their thinking. All they know is that this Empress has stepped into a whole new life. And almost like they come forth pretending that they're taking accountability for the past, but they're really not. Look, take care. Take care. Enemies are working against you. Ooh, February. Yeah, this person is not thinking clearly. They're coming forward, acting like they want her heart again, like they want her back in their life. But in reality, they just want a piece of this pie. They want a piece of the life that she's building for herself. And she's going to say no. Sorry, wish will not be granted. Because by then she'll be in love with someone else. She saw them as a friend and they're crossing boundaries that she will enforce. So that's what we got for you. Life moves on. Because that's really what happens. Like this was what they had was, I don't want to say it was beautiful because I don't know, this person seems kind of wacky. But they had something important to both of them. They had a lot of memories that they built, but it ended and life goes on. So don't be the type of person that sits around waiting forever, because here's the irony. If she said, well, see, I should have stayed single because then they would have come back. If she had stayed single, they would have never come back. Remember in this one, she got with the son of a royal, right? She got with the son of a king. Whoever the King of Wands is, they're in that collective I said about, a person making an impact. They're going to help her grow financially, emotionally. She's going to help them too. They're a power couple. And that's why this person comes back, because of what she grows. So the irony is that they would have never come back if she had not married this person. So that's like that. What can you do, really? People choose, This is how they want to be remembered. This is how they want to live. So that's what I got for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please make sure to react, comment, share if it's public, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.